this season for you with the injury you dealt with, and um how have you just kind of dealt with everything emotionally, mentally? How have you just been able to kind of get through, the ups and downs that you've had this season?
I mean, I give credit to Timmy G, the coaching staff, and my teammates, really keeping me engaged every day. Coming off that knee injury, kind of messed me up a little bit. Just haven't quite felt like myself, but I'm getting there every game. Uh, but again, I just give credit to the coaches and my teammates for keeping me aggressive, keeping me confident. But yeah, I mean, that's really who I give credit to. I mean, my family, of course, but my teammates who I'm around every day is helped me a lot.
Todd?
Race, can you give me an idea of what practice was like the last couple days and how the team has tried to readjust to get their defense correct after a rough day on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't perform the way we wanted to perform against Iowa, and I mean that's something that we all knew coming into practice. And I think that what we really thought about was we watched the film, and the film doesn't lie. We weren't doing our normal things, and in practice the other day, we've just been going hard and going at each other a little bit, and I think that'll help us Sunday against Michigan.
Jack?
Hey, Race, when you had a chance to watch back at that Iowa game, were there one or two things that you noticed that you felt like were specific problems that like maybe you hadn't had issues with previously in the season that you really struggled with against Iowa?
I think one main thing was just communication. I think that we weren't talking enough during the game to each other, and we were losing our assignments on defense a little bit, and they were hitting shots, so that didn't help us out at all. So I think that's really the main thing. And then again, we just weren't really in our spots on defense, so we're out of our spots even by a foot. It messes up all our rotations. So I mean, it's something we've seen on film, and hopefully we can correct that come Sunday.
Alex?
Race, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Obviously, it's been a long journey for you in Bloomington. You're the longest tenured guy on the roster. It's hard to believe 2017, the summer when you got there. What's the biggest change in yourself as an individual that you've seen over this time period? And I'm also curious just how rewarding it's been the last 2 years playing for Coach Woodson. You kind of had to take a chance, by staying and deciding that you wanted to play for a coach that really didn't originally recruit you. So I'm just curious how that relationship has grown and what's been the most rewarding part about playing for him.
I would say for the first question, just what I've learned about myself is that I can get through almost anything, mentally, physically. I've grown a lot as a person, and I'm really grateful for my time here. And then again, playing for Coach Woodson, that's been great. We've been able to build a relationship on and off the court to where he always tells me I'm his son. I'm his dad. He's my dad away from home. So I mean, just having that relationship with him, for him being able to coach me, be hard on me, and then at the end of the day, I know it's all love, and he's just trying to make me the best player I can be. I'm just extremely grateful that I came back here and played for a coach like himself.
Jim?
Race, thank you again. You have another game left before you go into the Big Ten tournament. And this Sunday, these group of games throughout the Big Ten, I think there are 6 games that day, all but one have an impact on how this season is, how the seeding process and all that is going to lay out. Knowing all that stuff, do you guys think about that at all before you go into a game, knowing I don't want to say pressure, but the importance of winning this game is going to be on Sunday, and to allow you guys to do what you need to do and not get into those patterns you talked about when you're not doing the things that you need?
I mean, we really focus on controlling the controllables. I mean, we get to play a game and we can control how that game turns out. We can't control those other 7 games or however many games it is. So I mean, yeah, we're just focused on getting our defense back right, and then our offense will take care of itself. We have a good test on Sunday against Michigan, and I mean, all we really can do is focus on winning that game, and hopefully the tide turns our way.
Zach?
Race, if memory serves, senior day last year was fairly emotional for you. I mean, what's different about preparing for this one? A, having done it once, but B, knowing this is forever nigh the end. Do you just pull out the same speech and dust it off? You're going to write something different, or?
I didn't write anything last time. That was just right off the top of my head. I just kind of spoke from my heart. But I mean, last year the game was like it was heartbreaking for me. The way it ended, it was just not the way I wanted to leave, and that was really part of my decision coming back as well. And then again, I mean, I know that on senior night I want to go out with a win, and I know that I'm gonna leave it all out there on the court. I know my teammates are gonna leave it out on the court for seniors as well. So I know we're gonna get a really good effort from everybody, and hopefully we can take care of that.
Mike?
Yeah, hey Race, you've come back from injury mid-season a couple times at least in your career. Just thinking about X potentially trying to do that still. What stands out to you as the challenges of trying to do it mid-season, and if he can come back, what are the main things that you think he can help your team late in the year here?
I think the challenges of coming back mid-season is just you don't play for such a long time, and getting back in the groove of playing in the game and in practice is it's just the groove of the game. It just feels off, and it takes a while to get that back. And then if he's able to come back, I think he'll be able to help us a lot. I mean, the intensity he brings. I mean, we always say he's the dog of our team, and we've missed that as he's been out. So I think that he can just bring that dog back for us. Somebody who leaves it all out on the court every second of the game. So I think that's something that he would help us with.
Last question, Alex.
Race, you mentioned a couple questions ago just about getting the defense right again. When you watch the games when maybe you guys don't play as well defensively, is it more of an effort thing? Is it a mental focus? What can you put your finger on maybe what goes wrong in those instances?
I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's just mentally that we're just not all sharp. I think that when we all go out there, we all go out there to win the game, and I don't think anybody's out there just feeling like I don't really want to be out here. So, yeah, I think it's mainly just a mental thing. Locking in practice, locking in when that game comes, really being keyed in on defense during the game, and just sitting down in the stands, staying ready. I think that it's really just a mental thing for us, and I don't think that it'll happen again this year, based off the way we responded in practice the last days and the way we watched the film. I don't think it'll happen again.
All right, thanks, Race. We'll see you guys Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chase.